Holy smokes. Whoa. That is the biggest trout I have ever caught.
Sometimes you make plans for the mountains and they just don't go your way and you have to adjust. And on this occasion, I had my heart set on camping close to a fishing creek that I wanted to explore and got my mind changed pretty quickly, which led me to a different spot where I caught the biggest trout I've ever caught on a Tenkara rod. I was planning on camping right down there. It's a nice easy spot to access where I'm headed for fishing. But as I pulled in, I saw this. Thought, mercy. I don't think I'm going to camp there. When I'm up in the mountains looking for a place to camp, I usually just go where the truck takes me, and it usually leads me to dispersed camping, usually close to somewhere I can fish. And these are places that are probably used a lot for hunting camps in the fall, but not a lot of people use them in the summertime unless it's a holiday weekend. So I was going to try this new spot kind of off to the left of the screen here, next to some water I haven't fished before. The places I'm typically fishing are small creeks. This water here is pretty big for what I normally fish. This is a tributary of a river, so it's not as big as the river gets, but smaller section pretty high up in the mountains. And so usually when I'm catching fish, I'm not catching monsters. I'm catching, 6-8 inch fish. They might get to be 10 inch, but they're just not huge or anything. So on this occasion, I had some success fishing, but I want to keep you realistic about here's what I typically catch, and then we'll get to the biggest trout I've ever landed on my Tenkara rod. Thank you, little buddy. This one feels like it's got a little more oomph to it. My line is too long. Come here, line. Come on. Holy smokes. Oh, holy smokes. Whoa. That is the biggest trout I have ever caught. Holy cow. My heart is thumping. After seeing the previous fish I caught, hopefully you get an idea why I got so excited about landing this big one. But there were a couple of things that were challenging. One was I did not realize I had put a line for a longer Tenkara rod on this. So this line is probably 2-3 feet too long. And I had caught some small fish on it, and it wasn't a big deal to land those. But now I got this big one on the hook, and I'm trying to catch it and grab it in, and you'll notice that the line comes slack. And I thought I was going to lose the fish right then. I thought the hook was going to come out and I was going to lose it. And then when you hear me holler just a little bit, it's because the fish did come off the hook at that point, and I just happened to be able to scoop it up with my net and save the day, because it ran through my head real quickly what it would feel like to lose that fish. But it was a great day. I'm glad I got pushed to a different campsite. My heart is thumping.